Dr. Akandoh Okoe Boye, immediate past health minister and current health minister, Komna Mintah Akandoh, Ewa Dum FM, Pweni Beche, and Yasem Ketua. And no, I'm a catcher will say software hospital did it more Ghana no, Lightwave no, and this year by no issues be a war with Chomomakofa company for Fraba. Then no, I'm and as usual, those who always insult, they can't reason beyond the insult, no, they didn't see where I was going. Bene, vindication lies in the womb of time. It's a vindication about. And I don't do it just to spite you. I do this because on the Critical Analyst channel, we deal with facts, not your emotions. And we always stick with the fact because vindication will always lie in the womb of time. And I don't know never best see no 4 questions I'm okay me busa no. And ne evidence neba. I'm at an authoritative channel, Critical Analyst channel. I'll give you another fact why you need to subscribe to this channel. We are not clicking bell notification. We are commenting in the comment section. No another reason to do that. We are call up and the Play Store one upon rate. Now, ko download it. Now for send discovery if you be any bedroom. And no more kaya me break history matter for some time now. Oko hospital and I manual food and there. Now me catch him say 2022. I personally saw that system in KNUST. Because baby I'm argument, my hospital facility at Bomso and KNUST. Bomso is a private specialist hospital. And me rush be called KNUST Hospital 2022. It was seamless. Me kwaje drama ni pano, me go to Esika, any BBA, seamless, no folder. And so I was happy. Me call Facebook, posting that so. And I'm a call Baba, so I'm the can. Once I'm asked when this card and go NHS and Yajuma. Tell no, I wasn't lying. I had experienced the system myself. And when I catch them, say, Mintah Akandoh, I was not fully convinced. And I gave my reasons why. And none of pay. My memory video is analysis. I don't want to take my full analysis on this. Or quite do my firm, or my head come something the host, and will raise these issues. Mintah Akandoh
Yenimre, but me try and summarize the BBR.
Okay.
Not here for so to me. Atiase. The tension is and say Ghana buying any company BFN Lightwave. Say more connected all our records, patient records electronically. Into that contract sign no $100 million. Into $100 million in the muno, there was almost connected about 950 health facilities. Now, almost 3 years from 2019 to 2022. Now, at the end of the 2022, no muntiminwe almost cited issues like COVID as excuse. Into a buying sign extended contract into 2023. 2023 now munwe. Into a buying is extended to 2024. Into as of 31st December 2024, and a contract no year. Now, baby, I met Drew no. Makacha was na contract in EU 31st December 2024 to Shehonso. So there is no contract between the Republic of Ghana and Lightwave. The people catch us are by no be terminate and a broke contract we name the oka because not contract be anyhow. But what you are saying. Number 2, medical catch us the total sum a year about 100 million. Sika abanya tria mano a year about $77 million. And the medical catch us ya yemu be 450 facilities in a year. Na you buy no. Na there was anka a buying a year. And a ministry and say contract, you're dividing them into milestones. Into milestone 1, milestone 2, milestone 3. Into a milestone biano, we are also buying ethical control of our servers and our data and administrative access to the data. And don't forget, so because you say, oh, may the server baby see with them, it doesn't mean you have access to the server. But that's what you say. Into no amasa nti you buy and say okay say contract now with we should know exactly what we are inheriting. Nti momo ye forensic audit at the my now forensic audit you gas be because there's no time. I'm trying to summarize me just me bonnet offer nti hu sinto be e wo dwumadie na odi ye nimu ebi o wa machines we ka so beto no ne quality any ne dodo na meet specifications no per the audit no you sense who say in about 10 million to 11 million as part of the 77 million educated channel. It was for 157 health centers and no why mu 7 pay. The way you know issues we referred the matter and everything to the Attorney General. But we air cosono and the catcher and say because software no any abide the entino. Ya ready say you no best sign be a friend maintenance agreement. And no betray and say some maintenance agreement say you can say on fire data mine and now my access to the server dear and on sign.
What's on
sign because or say yam fan count any data clauses and say I can say fire data mine or say in frame. 2 or say 450 now yes say you are verifying yen 461
one ekasa
Lightwave Samsung Java.
What's the basis for that?
Yes, near catch and say okay, if you think that a be or wha yen yan kan what the evidence in the buyer become but for now into me yes sir.
But say more your thorough auditing.
Yes, why not? Inti we nyina kosono na de no on off, but don't forget to say your mano about 10 to 11 million dollars bia on your hodjuma. Now let me refer you to Okoe Boye Ankasa statement or their babontin. And Okoe Boye is a brother. I mean, it's not, I'm not saying it by words or by my mouth. It's a brother. But I think that and same be say about abontin you belong to a party, so party will push you, say go and respond. But you must always remind say you also have an integrity to protect. The same be before no must be very, very careful. You see, Okoe Boye, when I minister who free her chair, if you thought there was nothing wrong with the contract, BBA and Sue who can say we renew contract before the expiration. That didn't know why. I don't know why. Number 2, in his own statement, and if you have the statement, if you have it, me I refer to it, or say payments have been 62% from the Minister of Finance and 38% from the from the National Health Insurance Authority, totaling $76.99 million. But what I say,
okay.
So Okoe Boye has admitted, say, Yaman 77.
That's almost 77
million. So
yes,
he has admitted.
Yes, that admitted.
I say paid and 23 million outstanding. No, I say I say as of December 2024, reconciliation showed an unutilized advance. Reconciliation say advance of 10.6 million yet to be expended by the vendor.
That's how vendor no nyan tusa numbers
I have had it tough explaining this to people. I think you are a very intelligent guy.
There no say we there. Young Kasa Yedi can be around.
No, into Okoe Boye Kasa no actual way. Okoe Boye has agreed that we have overpaid the vendor.
Of course, the almost 77, which is 77 million. They are caught. And your circle
that's way no 23 million outstanding. But I say omoye reconciliation of the 77 no ye hu say sika be 10.6 million bi wo ha vendor no I want wa on use ye
and I say na chinye bi ani ho
inti na aba abontin afa in his statement he was talking about terminating the contract.
There be contract bi ani ho
inti no I make a chance I know they are putting their heads to come together because it's not good.
Speak now, the most important thing to the Ghanaian when the
very good. The solution is fantastic.
Key.
So my solution.
We will investigate this matter and the appropriate news will come out.
That's all.
But Ghana for now, says the most important.
Very good. Let's go there. Into when you say the vendor was blackmailing and holding the whole country to ransom,
and yet technical fault,
and yet or shredder no assertion off on for the past 2 weeks the thing has been off. And to the do be say we are going back to folder. Maybe I'm say cash and carry. National Health Insurance is as a result of that. He's not being reasonable. In fact, in some cases, I even had to allow some of the CEOs to engage him. You said there be say say oh yeah oh as a country any kind say individual be holding your boss no access to our data and server there, I had to take a very bold decision that I would damn the consequences. We will have our own software, and then so whilst we were engaging him, we thought that anyway, that's how the strategy went. We're engaging him, talking to him, so he feels that once they're engaging me, he didn't know we're rolling out games. So what we're thinking outside the box. The AI say, okay, the economy. Because we don't own the software. I was saying, "Mama, build the software." Ghana friend games, Ghana Health Information Management System. Obian to be in catches or association on and answer off. But what I say, yes, sir. And afraid another technical thing, expert in the chair and says, "I can you wag ya meduha." Almost see, I was seeing ya bibia. I am middleware like exchange. It is a Okofa vendor cry. We just come and plug it in. It is a exchange in Imunu, and I better lodge all the data. It is a the cry or disconnecting.
Still, we are running
data, so we are building that one too as well. And now the next. So I've told you two things. We are building the software that will belong to Ghana. And we are doing the exchange. Then you will say, out of 950, no, why you move 450? There's some 500 left. But what I say, into going forward, no, so 500, yeah, money per back for a in the ways I come here, bear me and son and 9
count me more
and count me more. So this time around 500 now, card, you be being not gonna need your person heading. Or yeah, you know.
What could be the motive in Yambe only young?
So that one, almost saying, and they be a say, so we are solving the problem. Now, you have a 4 weeks plan. First week, you be on board the teaching hospitals and the regional hospitals and the highly populated district. Then the second week, you be the rest of the district hospitals, and then the third week you be the polyclinics, the health centers, and what have you. Fourth week near their mobile app. So that is exactly what. And Madika Kacho say in all these cases, no, all the stakeholders are on board.
Yes. So Mintah Akandoh confirms, and now one of my questions I kind of say 950 hospitals. It didn't make sense to me. Say you almost $77 million, of which Dr. Okoe on his Facebook page has confirmed. See, I'm almost $77. And I ask questions, say, what KPIs were in place to ensure, say, you say, Sikano? Because me, yeah, mass and mamu who, you know, next year, roughly just about 50 million to 60 million. Okoe Boye confirm, say, per assessment, and Okoe Boye PPMPO, wa confirm, say, per assessment, no, my, you know, they were not supposed to pay the 77 million, they were supposed to pay 10 million less than that figure, 10.6 million less. It keeps me out. That was one of the reasons because on the simple maths, I didn't need to see the full document about Etiano. I need to say it didn't make sense. If you are 950 hospitals, 900 million, how do you say 450? Now that's 77 million. Another question inherent in there is who was making the payment also by 10.6 million? Okoe Boye ba come here chire ya na enka Mintah Akandoh amana asem ya ba would we have been told so metu abro so 10.6 ana. Now then they am charge on this issue who said there should be further investigation. Okoe Boye ba I don't frame I don't say one enya no cresa data no India data no Ministry of Health but company be payment checks is right. Almost every company be our offshore baby or the data in case they be so home country now. No my reference. But to you come here, there's a lot of questions. Listen to him, I'll come back again.
Finally, Ansana MPD Ababayano, the name say Rafia. Uko hospitals are so can say folder no mudi track.
A folder.
Yes. It's all my need you only say each hospital. There not before Lightwave by now it was a hospital so more the music at the top software. And you can say Argentina, yeah, not a scanner editor, but not government. Ghana buying or more hospitals in Michigan and hospitals in Michigan, dear, or more developed system. And in the modern world, no, with all due respect, and if we are buying here, and I said, you are buying what's happening, and yes, I'm kind of say, Argentina road, yeah, my PWG, yeah, Argentina, UGMC, yeah, my contract is a patch. So obi the proposal ban also when in na wo hwe na beboa wo hwe e kan e wo hunu sa ban betu na e asa na e who can be about the contract omayini wo paper so no obi obeka che say contract be wo Ghana ha ye the contractor ya obi ye say be road bi na nka say take 3 years by 3 years no based on issues on the side of both abiding contractor no obi wo na bi amen no e say yen code dim wo do obi wo contract akai to man kakra contract na wi the natural thing I will say either say odi no be ka am I extending and now odi no be terminating properly. Me say properly termination of both parties ajatum and now a third party I am forcing to say you are forcing your mama ajatum. Yeah, because Akandoh has not done any of this. On your extension, no, on unfair third party, or the to me and which is not proper. Number two, such can also Miamika say extra no, a normal consequence of a contract when would be here Juma or the cat up bro now what you sometimes you know over to be quite verify I say wage but we reconciliation say what's all over no put no differences. As them there what me say Lightwave now I just to say it should be treated as an advanced certificate. Say other jobs or more. That's number two. Number three, and I can say my expose. My teacher Honorable Akandoh Ajatum. Company now you must say they don't make a financial loss, no. A private company. Omo do now so Honorable Akandoh name said you all need assembly bank no. Wako to the Ghana Health Information Management. What you say I find it's not true. A private company like Lightwave or the invoice back at Januka. So what Honorable Akandoh has done, he said, I bet you Lightwave and Kayasuma to a Jumanda Kosuno, what G after Lightwave educate a private company. Now, the MM is Suma Ghana and he said, Anka company way a 500 health centers now Kano, and Kaibia make us say, oh, you say, Omo in date say Lightwave, I'm a married man. Now, so Honorable Akandoh, my company with Sika, I'm a more or waiting. I'm a 450 now, Lightwave higher than in Tokona Honorable Akandoh, no Lightwave on Intino. Almost Sako Sako confirm no training Kolebu, I started training health workers. I am no Lightwave higher than. So, my recommendation is simple. The air cost, Ushep Minister, no, the Kasani in the now. I said there was some issue already. Ujaya Semana, we don't double. Ghana will be the loser.
I see, but on this data hosting, no. Now, oh yeah, where say a patient data was being hosted in India now.
Omayini, with all due respect, and also here Adiba, but Omayini, make can be very serious. Before I forget, Honorable Minister Bar office, he has refused. I'm telling you on authority, I have my checks to work with his own IT department at the Ministry of Health.
Are you sure? I'm telling you, South Subaina, the post Maya Adria said, Opia Yabesha, said the ministry, so you do my time, said or entity no Yenjai. Honorable Akandoh, or see data no India. You look at the air he said, Ghana data you know, first floor, Ministry of Health building, Obey minister, I got 10-11 months. Steering committee, now meeting the committee of any steering committee, Minister Okoe Boye is made up of the Minister, IT Department of Ministry of Health, Ghana Service. He has refused to be part of that process. And I did not say data were India and so with all due respect. Data no Ghana. Omayini, the Emma Akandoh say data no India and say, go and ask every big IT company Juma at the scale of Lightwave Doyama Ghana no. Only no one will be the annual service will be operating only in Ghana. That's send the two Ghana purchase will get an Ash. And my check show said Lightwave as a company of international repute, or more the above friend offshore support, or my offshore support, I say, me service, me system no Ghana, open internal crashina, and in Ghana hospitals in Abedira, and or another support offshore. Somewhere in some part of the world, I bet sure say, or bet drama up to time support and service to Ghana. So I didn't America say, India, no, that is also a fabrication. Now, so one Ben Wow IT officers, our ministry, Etiamuka, I'm a member advisor. Namaste Nobeka. Oko here meet the press. Or my own say IT officers now Honorable Akandoh my representation. They are all workers of the private company now, and now the contract now share the wow the Udiaba, Emma Uye Obietuma, Emma what to do Ghana Health Information Management. We are Bema for company meeting Tuja, or my journalist, or the company from but clearly
number two, yes, but when company no the abano, one fat process biamu, this and say offer tender and offer him, or China assembly,
asem kesiye ba wa kofa company sabi now only we are creating inflation say there is a national emergency systems are not working
exactly
when you know it's a storm in a teacup oye ni nyama yie onye abotai no tie futua mati say Akandoh kawo adom to be say na Lightwave nipa no anka ode no koku e wa abotai ubeye minister you don't have to use your emotion omayini sa akonya na yakonya kesi e di mawa o sum Ghana for so odi obi anya ntokwa wo kwan ho a ye metina akonya mo nkata na so mi kon go by the contract be professional come on now person dey make ma a third party and controlling supporting in the process so that tribunal Ghana and Koboka ejuma ya dada o fi ko certificate and you could see
but contract were provisions made for air data ownership and access rights and maybe eventually they was going to hand over to the government.
Or mixing your mum, you look at many of the tax table. Who say until Akandoh Okoe minister no, in the data no Ghana and I control you. The only reason I all can say in conformity control is in conformity source code. In Maya 18 for moving come on. Who the program be back? Who say I can say? Oh yeah, wait not to say China hacking into US. Source code. Say company say Lightwave. The amount ultimately contract now over the competitive edge. Says always they mean say other IT companies all Ghana and the rest of the world to say Okita be this Sunko and no the running system no. Sad you know honorable Akandoh say on farmer say a contract no to CP no the mawa say secret no kita as a company no say without any Lightwave you can work with another company who will receive the invoices and sika and can sell Lightwave in but what I say
yep
and yes or control data the Akandoh Okoe say up secret now I don't know it me more money to Ghana na the agency say company when so money say who honorable Akandoh who the companies or IT companies bon komo in conform pay Lightwave jumaji and the Lightwave by smart say ora the who be say no the more pay who the juma ko mobi and no so na abemu no say company na Akandoh akofa no ono ja to mu say enye so mu wa be sha ta to fufu the Lightwave aye dada no ono ji only ono Akandoh no ko only software the one thing do Lightwave ono eno ro pa ko na ukita adwin say ya eno kwa che the entire Lightwave said omo so omo di source code ma anka mi na mi ho anka the man ni say me the Lightwave be bon come say Lightwave e be e do no me ni so we juma this is what we do me the who we ejuma na aka no aka $23 million e be $100 million Mintah Ghana Mintah wosu aka ejuma e be 30 more ejuma obe health facility obe na sa 10 million aba ono na we wie yes sa 30 more no Mintah 23 no so we ya ma enka no boko na fa bibi amani in that way no say Lightwave no mu nyina ji tuma Lightwave why IT company no owo bibi obeye na odi bibi ama okra company fufu ntini na be hweso emfe nu nkoye de aka no na wo say new company no so no train bobre say owo capacity enye me wo say new company na Akandoh akofa no they are not daring to go to the rest of the Akandoh so mo start almost start so much that's why I talk about the financial laws omo kwa Akandoh nkofo no kwa ye de dada no obi bi say honorable Akandoh say they say data Lightwave aye jina magana no unsa beka na o si Okoe health insurance ama odi omo bon komo ama ni ama Lightwave insurance no wa reconstructing oye team Mintah we na too and when you have say ama arbitration body bi abemu a e court na be say Lightwave say fa wo mu na abra and say be sue we na Akandoh here into so ko fa any time and some is data no
I see.
All I will say is that he can manage this in a better way. He has not done that, and we should consult and get it right.
Well, but what receive complaints about air system reliability and equipment, no, ne quality and service disruptions. Now, unya sa reports na.
Only two things. Another kind of start to call around, so they try to blacklist Lightwave, no, or can be say, some hospitals cry, and instead of supply HP laptops, no, Marco supply another brand. where she treated Honorable Akandoh or pre on for technical people. There is no contractor buying another agency this fire. The best state almost say a pedal and now nobody does that. Normally they will stating your specifications, specs. They will say one ram this, speed this, or my no mama IT aba. Now, new minister, what about you know say and what was there? Omo alpha HP aba. You don't talk like that. It is not true. Number two, and I say audit now on about account say I know can't I want to go to home. Who am I in who Okoe Boye me who Lightwave now are auditing you in every standard procedure. Who say competence at your worker. Who the minister now my audit company there. Who the report no man no responding. As you speak, Lightwave catch a minister say open report now responding. Or see me from my the command attorney general. I'm advising me. Advice them the Ducano Honorable Akandoh Peter replacement data. This tells you that from the word go, he has his own plan. And then finally, with all due respect, our specifications are coming in. If it's neither here nor there, it's just a matter of obey excuse. Now I do obey tomorrow in same
Yes. Now, this is where the questions are. That's why I raised the 4 questions. It is a fact that Lightwave and starting and the MPP. Lightwave started April 2016. They piloted 25 hospitals. Only a pilot in New and MPP about so many normal twice. So Lightwave has dealt with MPP, they've dealt with NDC. Fact. Now, 450 hospitals they mostly targeted the teaching hospitals. And in Yakane health centers and Yankee and Combo rolling on board. Now, the contract was extended 3 consecutive times. It was signed in 2019. 2023. Yeah, 2 so and yes, 2 so. Why? Where were the KPIs? Somebody who was not achieving, but someone was giving invoice. Some year my bro so by 10 points. My company name kase and yes, this and yes, so trade scanner back because Okusu Yedumano. It doesn't make sense. And yet you have 10 points at the time where the contract of the company expired in December 2024. The second question I was asking was that company where by the free Google advanced in technology system permit checks. The operators of the software near the UGMs in no and Akandoh Okoe branding is a Ghana information system. That is my check. Advanced information systems. Now, and no can use a company na Ekofana Ghana they are not private permit checks. The system are UGMs use the person behind that system no a private and a government. So the minister Mintah Akandoh must come again and tell us. You can call me names, I don't care. Me care and videos in Kamejale. Who is behind the new software na Urban? Where will we host our health data? Permit checks. Sylvia Votez on your government official or your private entity. Again, Mintah Akandoh should tell us or say, Edmano Mayandoma yesi, but data issue na issue. Now, what will be the concluding matter to offload the data na company na Yahoo? We had ya information. How would they offload the data to the new company? Again, this is why I say there should be further investigation and further mediation. You'll be a hypocrite to say BBA ni. Mintah Akandoh send a question to him. They say, who is the person behind the new company? Permit check, they are not Ghanaian. And yet, Ghana government of Ghana. Are they building it to sell it to us? Or they will do the light to a private person or render service? Nah, we need to know at what cost. And no, because I have the cost of why light, you have the cost in your price. What cost? Again, the 10.6 million, and then you bros. When are the bros? We must know. And we must also know where the new company coming in, when they will conclude, and where our data will be based. This is my issue. If you are fair enough, you listen to this. Now still politics, they will trimmer. I say, wow, this is my view. And I believe I've been vindicated based on this video. Press the button, subscribe. I'm subscriber now click the notification. The video be to my ube no what we are. Now oja comment in the comment section. Send the be make me Ghana so here. Bye bye.